What's up? Welcome back to JomUnited. Mark here. I am so glad to be back. I'm so glad you are back here with us today. And what a week it has been, right? So much drama off the pitch, not so much on the pitch. A convincing win, a league that supposedly only lasted 2 days, and a Kayu that is finally POTONG, chopped out, gone. What am I talking about? Obviously, it's Man United versus Burnley 3-1. And then I'm also going to be talking about the ESL, the European Super League, or well, in this case, not so Super League anymore. And of course, Woodward out, right? So let's jump right into it. Manchester United versus Burnley 3-1. Definitely a convincing win. One of the more interesting matches, that I've watched in the past few weeks. A Premier League match, of course, in this case. And I think we had a lot of chances throughout the game. The scoreline could have been different. It could have been a lot more than 3. There were a few opportunities that we did not capitalize on properly. Let's just look at the first half, for example. Henderson, I think he made a few bad calls, to be honest, coming off his lines. If you're going to come off your line and go for the ball, you have to at least get a hand on the ball. That's at least. When you come off your line, you really have to grab hold of the ball. Just in opening minutes, we nearly went 1-0 down if it's not for the offside, right? Bad call or miscommunication between Henderson and the defenders. I think we had 3 amazing chances in the first half. First one was Pogba with his header. Great save by the Burnley keeper. And then a second chance came when Rashford, fired a shot near post. Again, didn't go through. And then the third chance was Rashford put the ball across. Greenwood absolutely missing it. It was a simple tap in, but I guess it was mistimed, whatnot. It was in moments like that you just went like, if Cavani was there. You know what I mean? Right? If Cavani was there. Anyways, it was I think the stats were like 80% possession in the first half. No goals. Absolutely frustrating. But hopeful. Right? Hopeful because we were attacking. Burnley actually put up a good defense, I would say. Right? So we had to pray, right? Hopefully Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, rally the boys in the dressing room. Anyways, second half happened. 48 minute, Mason Greenwood firing away. I really like Greenwood. I know he's very new, very raw, very young, but I think he has so much potential. And I definitely see a he definitely fits in a United team. Like you look at him, you go like, yeah, he's a United player. His first goal, so amazing. What a powerful shot. Of course, the dummy from Fernandes, right? And then Greenwood shot it near post, getting the goal. But then, almost about a minute later, it was a corner on our end. Ball was crossed in. Tarkowski went in there and just bulldozed his way through. Bissaka was just like hanging to him like that. And Maguire, I don't know lah. Maguire just stood there. He completely lost out, right? So honestly, it was a great goal by Burnley, equalised. Then Burnley suddenly have hope. There's hope now, Press on, press on, press on. Nothing happened until I think close to the 80th minute. To be honest, I think we got pretty lucky here. We got quite lucky. Greenwood again firing away. Ball clipped caught the heel, and then there was a deflection. So the ball went in. It was second goal, but I would have to say we were actually quite lucky with this. And then, of course, the third goal. Amazing movement, amazing build-up, right? Fernandes to Van de Beek. Van de Beek put it into the goal. Into the penalty box, and then Cavani just tap it in to finish it off. Beautifully done. Beautiful 3-1. Amazing 3 points. Definitely could have done better. I would say we definitely could have done better. The scoreline could have definitely been a lot more. A clean sheet would have been nice. A clean sheet would have been nice. But that's 5 consecutive Premier League wins. I think second place is quite secure. I know it's not championship winning and it's not title winning, but we have to take the baby steps, right? securing second place. Who knows? Hopefully next year, or wait, maybe even this year, right? Maybe we can win the title. I don't know. Maybe City is going to slip up, right? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think if United has a chance, or do you think United has no chance, or you think maybe City is going to slip up? I don't know. It's football, right? That's why it's called the beautiful game. Moving on, ESL, the European Super League, lasted all but 2 days. I think the Twitterverse went crazy. You know, the memes that were there is amazing. I think one of the memes was saying that I have milk in a fridge that lasts longer than the European Super League. So it's absolutely hilarious lah. But I think my opinion of it is that I think it's ridiculous to have a league, a supposedly elite league. I don't know what Tottenham is doing inside there, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, these teams are only elite because they fought to be at the top of their respective leagues, right? And if you take that fight away, then how are you going to have elite league teams? You get what I mean? Like, that's the reason why they're at the top, and it's not easy to stay at the top. I mean, look at Liverpool, for example, right? They were champions one year. Now they're sitting at six. Six, you know. They're sitting in six. It's not easy. It's not easy to be at the top. You know, it takes a certain skill set, or like, you know, a formula, or a lot of grit and a very strong team, you know, to continuously sit at the top, right? Or at least not drop till six, if you ask me. So that's the reason, right? People want to continuously fight to have the chance to be in. I don't know. Of course, if you're just a newly promoted team, you know, you want to fight to stay alive, right? To not get relegated, and then you climb your way up to mid-table, to top table, you know, to the top four, right? Then to the top two, and then all the way up to the top, right? And if you take that away and just supposedly form an elite league, how long will the league stay elite? You know, I mean, people only like to watch the big games, like, you know, Barcelona versus Madrid, or Barcelona versus United. People only like to watch those games because it's rare, in a sense, right? I mean, of course, in the league they'll play against each other at least twice lah. But in a cup tournament, you know, because cup tournament is a different ball game, it's a different strategy, right? Because league is like, okay, you know, you can play here, you can play home, you can play away. You know, knockout stages in the tournaments and all, it's very different, right? The dynamics, you know, if you play too safe, you lose out and you drop off on the tournament. If you know, I mean, that's why it makes it so exciting. If you take all these things away, and these parameters away, and, you know, all these variables, and just form a very nice, safe, elite tournament, yeah, okay, maybe the first few, maybe the years, okay lah, fine. The first few years it'll be interesting, but after that, it'll be like, oh, United fight Barcelona again. I mean, like, no big deal lah. It's such a big deal now. It's because it comes far in a few, you see. So that aside, you know, with the whole thing about disrupting the tradition and all, I think it's ridiculous lah. You know, sports, I think, like, sports is the fact that you can win, you can lose, you can be champions one day, and then you can be, I don't know, like mid-table or sixth position or whatever it is the next. That's what makes sports exciting, right? That's what keeps not just the fans, but the players and the managers on their toes. Because they know that, hey, look, if we slip up, that's what's going to happen, right? And that's why it's exciting, you see. So that is the very nature of sports, not just football or anything. That's the very nature of sports, that competitiveness, that drive, and that zeal to just want to be the best, or, you know, to fight your way to the top, you see. Look, everybody loves an underdog story. Take Leicester, for example, when they won the Premier League. They were the absolute underdogs. Nobody would have dreamt in a million years that Leicester would have won, you know, the Premier League. Everybody loves an underdog story. And if you remove that, right, the excitement will probably last for a while, but that's it. So I'm really glad. No, I mean, okay, to be honest, I was very disappointed that United went with it, right? Or Woodward went with it, in a sense. It was quite devastating lah, you know, to know that they put profit before football. You know, I mean, anyways, I'll talk about that later. But yeah, it was quite disappointing. But then, you know, today when they came up with a statement and said that, you know, they're out of it, it's done, the ESL is done. Well, if you ask me, to be honest, I don't think we've heard the last of the ESL. You know, with whatever little reading that I've done, Apparently, this style of Super League or Elite League kind of system has been going around for the past 10 years or so. Yeah, so I feel that we've not heard the last of it. And either way, I think as fans, we should definitely speak up. I know I read an article as well, so they say that, oh, it was not because of the fans that spoke up, that's why the ESL got cancelled. I mean, half truths or maybe a pinch of salt, you know. But I feel that the fans, because what is football without the fans, lah? Right? We all love this game. You know, we have so much passion for it. What is football without its fans? Right? I still feel that the fans are, you know, that's why they call it, the fans are the 12th player. Right? That's why they have home ground advantage. That's why it's so hard to, well, it used to be, unfortunately. That's why it's so hard to come to Old Trafford. People used to say, before the away team stepped down from the bus, they've already lost when they came to Old Trafford. You know, it was such a stronghold. And unfortunately, I have to admit, we have lost that position, you know, and I hope we slowly regain that again on building Old Trafford as a stronghold. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I'm really glad the ESL is done for now, at least, I guess. And United has already released its statement that, you know, they're out of it. So I hope we can bury that for good, to be honest. But I have a feeling that we've not heard the last of it, lah. So yeah, that's ESL. Next, last but not least, our Abang Kayu, Mr. Woodward. We are so happy you are out. Millions of people are celebrating that you lost your job. I know that sounds damn sadistic, but it's not like he needed the job anyways. I'm sure he has a lot of moolah in his bank. He's still probably laughing his way to the bank. I mean, hey, the guy still has until end of the year anyways. But yeah, can you imagine when you lose your job, millions and millions of people around the world are celebrating it? I mean, I've never been a fan of that guy, lah. To be honest, I've never been a fan of that guy, lah. I mean, I don't know him personally, but based on what we've seen and we read and everything, yeah, of course, I get it. The media can manipulate things or whatever not. Yeah, fine, fair enough. But he's not doing himself any justice, you know, throughout this whole year, right? If you go and read the statement on Manchester United's website, I think he wrote like some sort of a farewell statement or whatnot. He has spent £1 billion, you know. Bro, £1 billion. That's billion. Do you know how much money is that? I don't even know how much money is that. I can't even imagine, you know. Do you know that being a millionaire is easy? They say lah, I'm not a millionaire lah. I have million hairs, but I'm not a millionaire. Million is easy to hit, but to a billion, right? It's another very far distance to it, you know. And he spent £1 billion on transfer alone. What has that gotten us? We haven't even won the league in like, I don't know, when was the last? I can't even, I think what, 8 years? Has it been 8 years, I think, that we last won the Premier League? Since Ferguson stepped down, you know, it's just been so turbulent, and we've gotten in players who do not really fit that United character, you know, like, I mean, I think the last best buy we had was Fernandes, lah, to be honest. Bruno Fernandes. That guy really has the United DNA in him, lah. The fella really bermati-matian, man. Total game changer. I mean, Van der Beek, okay lah, we have to give the guy a chance lah. I mean, and in all fairness, he hasn't been playing much. So, really can't say much about him lah. But anyways, back to Woodward. I'm really glad he's gone. And I feel lah, from what I've seen and what I've read about him and the way he's been positioning himself, is that he definitely puts money first than football. I mean, look, I get it. Money is important. I absolutely get it, and I can appreciate that. Like, hey, look, who doesn't want money, right? We all need money and we all want money. I get it. I get that. But you have to understand that the English Premier League is where it is now, not because money came first. If the founding guys or the early stages of the league was solely based on money, we wouldn't be where we are today. It was because of the love of football came first, then the money was a byproduct. But nowadays, money has taken over already. Look at the amount of wages we're paying these players, right? Look at the price tags they have on their heads. What kind of messages are we sending to the next generation, right? I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, football is a lucrative business to be in. Yeah, I get it, but hey, a lot of people don't make it in football as well. But you see, people used to go into football thinking that I want to play for that club because of what the club represents. Now, from what I'm seeing lah, because I've been watching football for like the past 20 years or so, and I can definitely feel that difference. You see, like just the way the players carry themselves, the way the players fight for the club. I don't know lah. I really just feel like is a lot more about the money now. I may be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me what you think as well in the comments below. Tell me if you feel the same way as well. Whether football is just starting to become more money, and more money minded. But yeah, that's why I feel Woodward was that, like, really money first, then football. Not gonna work out that way. Look, I get it. The position gives you great money and it gives you great power. But as Spider-Man said, as Uncle Ben said in Spider-Man, right? With great power comes great responsibility. I'm really glad he's out. I can't wait to see who his replacement is going to be. The drama has not ended yet, so hang on tight to your seats. We don't know what's going to happen. Hit the subscribe button. That's all I have to share today. So I'm going to say hit the subscribe button. Click on the bell icon as well so you get notifications every time we drop new videos in. I can tell you the group is buzzing with activity. There's Dom has been going crazy on the videos. The other guys as well, they have been going crazy with their comments and their feedbacks. There is a lot of activity, I can tell you, coming up this week, and even in fact probably the next as well. Will we hear the end of, is it going to be the end of the ESL? Are we going to hear any more about it? Glazers, we don't even know what's going to happen then. Conor McGregor? I don't know. A lot of talks, a lot more things happening. So that's all I have for you this week. Mark here, signing up from JomUnited. See you soon, take care and stay safe.